Hey everyone! So I've had lots of questions about the pros and cons of a light alarm clock. I don't know if you've seen one, but there are these like alarm clocks that light up when you or your child need to wake up or go to sleep or playtime or reading time. So the child knows or you know what time of day it is compared when you see the different lights. It also comes with a feature where it can have music as well play. So I didn't ever think that I would do this because I thought that my kids would just like adapt, I guess, to like a really good schedule and like that would work out with our family. And it ended up just not working out. Our kids have been really terrible sleepers from day one. Especially my oldest and my second oldest. My two oldest ones, they just didn't sleep through the night until they were over 18 months. And still my little boy, he's 3, and he's still up sometimes 3 times a night. So, this light alarm clock has helped regulate our sleeping schedule and our nap time and our quiet time schedules a lot better than I was expecting. So to explain pros and cons, I think a big con for me when I started looking into these lights, I felt like it was kind of abusive. I was like, when I was little, I could get out of bed whenever I felt like, and my parents never were like, go back to bed. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna have my kids be like confined to their room for a certain number of hours so they can sleep. And that was a big con for me. In all reality, I think it helps them know what we expected as parents. And so they weren't always like, what time is it? Can I get up? Can I get up? And we were like, no, just go look at your light. And that has helped a ton. I think a big con is sometimes as a parent, you can abuse that situation. I know that my husband likes to sleep in on Saturdays, so he would kind of set the alarm back half an hour in the mornings so we could sleep in. And not that that's an abusive situation, just let them sleep from 8 to 8:30 or play in their room from 8 to 8:30. But I could end up being like, oh, I'm just gonna have my kids be in their room until 10 o'clock in the morning and put them down at 7 o'clock at night. So that can be a bad thing for sure. And you have to just watch yourself and check yourself. I think a big pro is our kids knew when nap time was over and when playtime started and when reading time was during their quiet time hour. I think it was just really good. And then since then, we've actually taken away the light, and they've done really, really well at adjusting to going from no sleep to having a light to having a lot of sleep. So that's a huge pro for me. I think it just completely adjusted their sleep cycle and their sleep schedule, and their playtime routines became better. And I'm just a very scheduled person, and so maybe that was just me feeling like I needed a schedule. My kids weren't as excited about that. Anyways, the light helped a lot. I've had a lot of friends say that they've tried it out and they've really liked the light because it helps the child not think it's time to wake up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And they start realizing that they need to stay in their room until at least 7:30. And that helps you as a parent be a better parent because you're not up extremely early, especially as parents tend to not go to bed on time, which is our fault. Another pro for me was you can set the light and the alarm clock from your phone, and there are tons of different colors. Our kids loved the different colors. Like in the morning, for example, the light would go off, I think it was around 7:45, and it would be a purple light. And the purple light meant it's time to wake up, and you can say your morning prayer and make your bed. And then about 5 minutes later, a red light would come on, and that meant you can get out of your bed and play And then about 20 minutes later, a green light would come on, and that meant it's time to come out of your room and get breakfast. And it was just perfect for our family. It definitely depends on your parenting style. I'm sure there's so many other reviews and pros and cons that I haven't even experienced. But in general, I thought it was a really good thing. And it was a good thing to take it away. So there's a few pros and cons. There's a lot more pros and cons on our website, prosandcons.com, on our article that we wrote about it. Please try it out and tell us in the comments below what it is that you think, pros and cons wise. One other pro is you can either get a really expensive one that's like, I think it was like $60. I think ours that we got was maybe $25. And so you don't have to spend a ton of money in order to try it out, unless you really, really want to get a cute fancy one. There's ones with like red light, green lights, and that might make more sense for the child, depending on his or her age and understanding. But there's some pros and cons. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a wonderful night. Talk to you later. Bye.